today. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Washington football team.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. And I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Meanwhile, for visiting Washington, they come in riding high. Just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. From the 6. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
On second down now. It's Gibson. And right away, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So here are the Falcons with great field position to start out. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
I know you saw in your email that the ballots will be coming in after this week's games for league MVP. You've got to vote. I've got to vote. We're getting ready to see a closing argument in this one, though. Can he lock it down?
Week 17, the last act. We're not supposed to say who we're voting for, but I can say this. He's in the stadium right now. So there you go. There's my hint.
There's your hint right there. I'm going to wait until after this one is over. He's got to sway me with one more performance.
Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. And that is caught, but the bank judge right there to say incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
He'll buy some time right. And a little floater there is incomplete. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They have the great starting field position, now facing third down. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. He can run, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Their mobile quarterback keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And maybe there that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
It's caught. And it's 8-0. So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Let's go.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Falcons grab it.
We can't have that.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is in to make it 16-0. So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, if they're out there, we'll see if they can pick those things back up. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2nd and 11. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
10 more there and another first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On second down, it's Gibson. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. They run the counter. Gibson. And he loses the football a second time. And the Falcons grab it. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Okay, after those first 2 drives, I think there's a head coach who's going to be calling for CSI. They're going to want some forensics on this. What is going on with this ball club? Unable to hold on to the football and take care of it.
Yeah, 2 straight fumbles for them to start out.
Yeah, you would think that this team would come in ready to go. Sometimes just mentally not prepared, and it shows up in these types of plays.
Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And you can see it's no race for the top spot. That's been decided. These guys will hope to get through Week 17 in one piece before they host a division round game in 2 weeks' time.
And I think that what they'll do is they'll be very selective about who plays in this game. All right, there's certain guys that may...
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Falcons push further out in front. What a first quarter. Boom, you're up 3 scores just like that, and the offense clicking.
And they're thinking to themselves, we can totally overwhelm this team. Now flip it over. They're going to get the ball back.
Yeah.
Can't panic here. Talk to yourselves one play at a time to try and get back in.
And that's cliche, but really that's the message. This is still very early on in the game. We're in the first quarter.
If you look at it as down 20, then you almost have no shot.
They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Whoosh.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So the Falcons again going for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Touchdown, Falcons! A punt return of 65 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
Sometimes a punt is treated almost as a throwaway play. But when you've got a fearless return guy with extra moves, it can be an electrifying play for the team that returns it.
There we go now as they will again try for 2. They're going to try and run. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the 2-point conversion. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
And there he goes again. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's enjoying a great deal of success. His team is also enjoying a great deal of success.
Yeah, he's got that nice little, what I call the QB lean going right now. You see that little stroll that he's got
swagger
going? Yeah, he's definitely got that. You see him throwing the football, this nice little video. He's seeing that in his head as well because he wants more of that to happen. So anytime you see him that relaxed, that comfortable, usually it's a big thumbs up for his team.
Yeah, it's been a big highlight day for him. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. Well, he had the big run to get down there, so you got to let him finish it off, don't you?
I think so, but what I liked even more, the fact that he wanted to finish it off. How many times have we seen a guy break off a big run, and we see that universal sign where he's tapping his helmet to get me out of the game? No! Stay out on the field and enjoy the benefits of the success you created.
And he hits pay dirt because of it. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Now the Falcons will bring the offense back out, and they'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give him a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know,
and he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
You call plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And they'll have a short field to go as this drive starts on the fringe of the red zone at the 20. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 20-yard touchdown. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Brandon, we're not even out of the first quarter yet. And that's his third receiving touchdown of the game. Tremendous job. And I think this might come under the heading of when someone has the hot hand, you've got to keep going back to them.
And on the defensive side, they better figure something out quickly.
Yeah, I think that no matter what, you've got to do something to slow him down. I don't care if it's double or triple coverage. Make someone else emerge because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for two, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
This will be fielded inside. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Falcons! And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Just got to be patient, baby. Just got to be patient.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. Well, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. He's been a frequent target, and with catches like that, one-handed in the end zone, I'd keep going his way.
And he's doing it every which way, isn't he? 2 hands, and in this case, we just saw it with 1 hand. Almost reminds me of a great return of service guy in tennis. No matter how you whack it at him, it comes back at you. In this case, he just envelops it and brings it in.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Falcons add on. Here come the Falcons now as they will again line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. 82 yards. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. That was a nice little setup there off play action for the long touchdown pass.
Yeah, I've got to tell you, it brings back bad memories for a guy like me as a former defensive back, because in a playbook I knew a long time ago, we described that play pattern as draw pass 9 go, meaning fly pattern after the play action pass, trying to hit him for the deep ball, and boy, were they successful on that one. So tough because his speed is so great. You've got to make sure you don't miss any cues or keys in order to try and keep up with him.
Draw pass 9 go. That's still a nightmare to this day.
Yeah, I still wake up in the middle of the night and feel the guy going past me.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. The Falcons ready to take over. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And this offense is running away with this one. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time, and it's second down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll drop the throw. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. On first down, Gibson. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Now a dump off here complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 30. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Now the Falcons will bring the offense back out, and they'll go for 2. They'll set up a throw, and he's got it. They add on more, a little salt in the wound. Two-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second and 5. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. He was superb a week ago. 3 sacks in that affair. Now 1 here in the second quarter.
Well, how about our conversations this week? With him, it was pretty simple. He said, I've got a few combinations I can try it out they haven't seen yet. And on the flip side, they thought they had a plan to block him. Might need to come up with something else because he looks like he's getting loose now.
Punch, counter punch.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are...
He's got it at the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if the quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it and when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Get me! Let's go!
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Mike 96. Who that?
And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up, whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. 75 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use than that, man. 1 play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Back to throw. And he's brought down. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for two, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Second and 3. Got a man. It's Gibson, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Gibson. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive court.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. 71 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. They're going to try and run. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Second and 13. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And that is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. He's going to let it go again. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. Finding the end zone yet again. And the Falcons add on. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And that is incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
Now that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. He flat out can't be stopped. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. So the Falcons again going for the 2-point conversion. Well, the defense did their job, and then, boom, a 1-play drive. The offense does their job pretty well, too.
Is that called rewarding them and thanking them for what they did? They went right out and put points on the board. Thank you so much for getting us the football.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Of the gun, they'll look to throw, and the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now, ready to take over here. On play action, they'll throw. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this offense is running away with this one. 1 play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is brought in by Gibson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The throw right sideline here is complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. This is taken at the 15. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. Finding the end zone yet again. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route, because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. He's going to try and go deep again. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. 81 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Welcome to the NFL, baby. There ain't no joke out here right now.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the Falcons say they have it, they do.
Nice play, man.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. Pushing him away.
Popped it right out there.
And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
Right back to him on 1st down. Uses the stiff arm. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And this offense continues to pour it on.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone to give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Here we go now as they will again try for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. On third down, Gibson. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball.
It's caught at the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. He flat out can't be stopped. And the Falcons add on. And now once again, they'll line up to go for two. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
He's got it at the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons continue to pour it on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Eagles who are out in front. The Eagles trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, let's head up to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Devin Singletary, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway from the 6. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He's past the 30.
Bring it!
He will score. So how about the game he's having? He had the punt return earlier for a touchdown. Now the kick return to balance things out.
And oftentimes, guys who are on punt return and kickoff return, many of them are the same guys. And they're devoted to a return guy who can break big plays. And when that happens and they know it's there, they're going to block that much harder and be that much more skillful as well as utilizing his talents. And this is what you get. Punt return, kick return, a huge game.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington. On first down, it's Gibson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. Finding the end zone yet again. And this offense is running away with this one. And that's the type of play that'll give your sideline some juice, a long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call, even more credit for how they executed it.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington. They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. On first down, Gibson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, yeah, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. Trying to lay one up deep. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. He flat out can't be stopped as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
They'll try and throw for it, and this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it. and extend this lead out even further. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Back to throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. Finding the end zone yet again as his guys continue to pour it on. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
On first down, Gibson. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger. When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Falcons offense set to go. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. He flat out can't be stopped. And this offense continues to pour it on. Here come the Falcons now as they will again line up and go for 2. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was, and one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
86 to man, 86 to man. Watch it. Single receiver, single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Mike,
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
So out come the Falcons now.
All day, baby, all day. 48 Mike, 48 Mike.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deep.
And that's caught at the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. 88 yards. And the Falcons add on. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
Kills.
speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills. Now the ball comes loose, and the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Oh, ball, that's our ball, that's our ball. 70 Lions, trap low 80. Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Go.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Hey, 96 is coming, you don't like 96. We want this.
And his throw is incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. To the right side and complete to Thomas. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 13. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, good job, fellas, good job.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll drop to throw. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Let's get him. Come on. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Mike 96.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Mike 96. Mike 96. Here we go.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons continue to pour it on.
When you start at your own 20, oftentimes defenses play you for the run. They stack the line of scrimmage. They decided, let's not run into that mess. Let's get outside, get to the perimeter, go high, wide, and handsome, and throw that bad boy downfield.
Beautiful ball, good catch, and then it was off to the races, one play and in the end zone. And that'll set them back 5. They'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. From 21 yards away. And this offense is running away with this one. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
So the Falcons again going for the 2-point conversion. They're going to keep it on the ground. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Take it in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. From 8 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Here we go now as they will again try for 2.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball. Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington. On 1st down, Gibson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. They'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this will be taken at the 13. And he's loose again. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. One of the more impressive punt returns you will see. That one from 87 yards away as his guys continue to pour it on. And the punt return for the touchdown. It's always such an electric play. It energizes everybody, even us here in the booth.
It really does. And just think about the great punt returns that we've seen in our lifetime. The Deion Sanders of the world, who can change a game so quickly with one return, but who could ever forget my man, Dante Hall, the human joystick.
And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for two, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Taken in at the 3. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short throw to the tight end, Thomas. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Avoids him at the 40. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, and that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 51 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. Finding the end zone yet again. And the Falcons add on. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Now they try the right side here. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now look at the big man rumble. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. Standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Here come the Falcons now as they will again line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Well, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. They'll look to throw now on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Thomas the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And there he goes again.
He's running.
Touchdown, Falcons.
It's easy to see why many think the punt return is the single most exciting play in football. Fearless return guy, takes it, makes a couple of moves, picks up some blocks, and when he takes it the distance, everyone's on their feet cheering.
So the Falcons again going for the 2-point conversion. Now back to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs. If you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Time to go to work. Let's go. Let's go now. 60 license. 60 license.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Hey, pick your game up.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And all the way down to the 27. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 43 yards on the ground. Big run here in the fourth as they continue to wear down this defense.
And that's when the offensive line coach clicks onto the headset and says, head coach, offense coordinator, let my guys fire out and hit people. We're wearing them down. Let's finish them off with the running game.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Going for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. 25 yards for the touchdown. And this offense is running away with this one. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. And he knew he was going to take a shot in the pocket. He did, but he also found a way to get it into the end zone.
And that has to ease the pain a little bit of the shot he took, didn't it? Being able to throw it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Nothing here. Let's go. Bravo 80. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Watch 98.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. His throw incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but it's going to be second down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Snags it for the pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. set up to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That one caught by Gibson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. His throw caught right around the 6. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And that's going to be caught. Oh, one-handed grab there. He's got it for the touchdown. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Not much more impressive than that. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Man, it's good to see you out there, baby.
He throws, and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Falcons ready to take over. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, refusing to go down. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. And he'll give it here to his running back.
Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Sheds off the tackle. Nice footwork at the 25. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Oh, the offensive guy's going to hear about this later. The punt returner thinks he's the only offense his team needs. Kick it to him, he's going to take it back to the house.
Once again, they'll line up to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Back to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, but it'll be 2nd down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And he'll take it just outside the 40. An excellent return that time, 26 yards.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, watch the slant. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Cut.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. That right there is kind of a summary for how this day has gone for the offense. No points still, and that time points in the other direction.
Not much more to say to that, is there? Struggle all the way through. Have to find a way to try and get some points. A little bit desperate. Instead, the points go the other way. Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Shrugs him off. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They can now enjoy the final stages of this one, a very convincing one. I don't know what was said in the locker room, but whatever it was, it worked. And this is caught, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Here come the Falcons now as they will again line up and go for 2. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify.
Oh, wide open, complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for two?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, this may be one of those games as a quarterback where you just want to go home, draw the curtains, get the ice cream out of the freezer, stay home till Wednesday.
Yeah, but I wouldn't advise that because if you stay home till Wednesday, the backup's going to have your job on Tuesday. All right, so I would say get out of bed, but I understand the sentiment. What a tough go for him. Defense, active all game long, foiled everything he tried to do, and then finished it off in a big way.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Looking to go back to Thomas again. And now it's 3rd down. Back to throw here. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 13. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. Put a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Falcons, they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they wanted desperately to finish at 500, but that won't happen, as it'll be a 7-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.